Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with the breaking news alert. Authorities are searching for a Bemidji mother of 4 after her family says she never came back from a Tinder date. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. Police are searching for 29-year-old Katrina Gulbranson. Her mother says Katrina left last Wednesday for a Tinder date and hasn't been seen since. Police believe she isn't in the area anymore, but couldn't say whether she's in any danger. She's described as 5'2", 140 pounds with long brown hair. She has tattoos of initials on her inner wrist and a tattoo on the back of her neck. She also has a mole under her lip. Katrina also goes by the name of Tina Smith. Anyone with information about her is urged to call police. Taking that live look outside right now, the sun is out, but don't let it deceive you. We are still pretty chilly out there. For just how cool we got and how cold we're going to be for the rest of the day, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Well, good thing, too, that we're kind of used to these negative signs in front of our temperatures, because that's what we're going to see for the rest of the day today and this morning. It was the worst of it. We got down to 35 below in Boston for our low temperature. 30 below was our low in Grand Forks, and Fargo was down to 24 below this morning, and other places saw some pretty frigid weather as well. Just about everybody checking in the 20s below this morning. Now, well, we've warmed up about 10 degrees in Fargo, actually more than that, 10 below currently in the Fargo-Moorhead area. It's 15 below in Grand Forks, so we've warmed up by half in Grand Forks from 30 to 15 below. Trying to get to 0, but I don't know if we'll get there. We're looking at conditions that are going to be quite cold through the rest of the day. And wind chills are still a problem. We've got wind chills down into the 30s below in spots. Not as bad as this morning, but still dealing with that frigid cold anytime we factor in the wind. A look at your radar and satellite map. We've been enjoying that sunshine and blue sky. There are a few clouds to the north and west, and we'll see that cloud cover increase heading into tonight, along with our winds too. And look at our temperatures. By 1 a.m. on our hourly planner here, we could reach 0 because of a strong south wind. It'll warm us up, but those wind chills will be low, and we've got some blowing snow and falling snow to talk about for Friday. All of that coming up.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. New for you at noon. Authorities are looking into why a dog was left tied to a road sign along a North Dakota highway. Dickinson police say this male black lab mix was found near Gladstone. The dog was taken to an animal shelter where he's now being held. Anyone with information on this should call police, and you could get a reward. And we have the police department's phone number up on our website and on our news app. Also new for you at noon, police in Moorhead are looking for a driver who ran into a floral shop and then left the scene. It happened around 9 this morning at Country Greenery on Main Avenue. It appears the driver slid off the road and hit the side of the building. The man was driving a red pickup with Minnesota plates and was last seen heading into Fargo. No major damage is visible on the outside, but anyone with information on the driver should call police. Shocking new details are emerging in the case of the man who shot a Minnesota police officer in the head. Search warrants indicate the suspect talked to his mom about wanting to die at the hands of police. The court documents also say police found several cartridge cases, a magazine, bullets, a firearm, 2 knives, and a taser in or near the driveway where Tyler Janowski encountered police officers. 32-year-old Waseca police officer Eric Matson was shot and wounded during that encounter with Janowski on January 6th. Matson is in critical condition but showing signs of recovery. Signed and delivered overnight, the Senate receives the impeachment case against President Donald Trump, paving the way for his historic trial to begin. Meanwhile, the man at the center of the Ukraine scandal breaks his silence and undercuts the president's defense. Kristen Welker has more.
I'm now going to proceed to sign the articles.
After a month-long delay, House Democrats officially voted to transmit the 2 articles of impeachment to the Senate. Then, in a somber march, they hand-delivered the articles, walking across the Capitol to the Senate chamber.
The message will be received.
Despite his own harsh criticism of the trial and saying he will not be an impartial juror, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell called on the chamber to abandon partisanship.
I'm confident this body can rise above short-termism and factional fever and serve the long-term best interest of our nation.
President Trump again blasting Democrats during an event at the White House.
They have a hoax going on over there. Let's take care of it.
As the trial gets underway, 7 House Democrats will serve as impeachment managers, prosecuting their case against the president. Today, those managers, led by House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, will formally read the articles of impeachment on the Senate floor, charging the president with abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Next, Chief Justice John Roberts will be sworn in to preside over the trial before swearing in all 100 senators who will serve as jurors, taking an oath to do impartial justice. Opening arguments are expected to begin next Tuesday, but senators are still debating the ground rules, including whether to call witnesses like former National Security Advisor John Bolton. It comes as a key figure at the center of the impeachment inquiry is dropping a new bombshell. Lev Parnas worked with President Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, in Ukraine to dig up dirt on former Vice President Joe Biden and his son Hunter. Parnas, with MSNBC's Rachel Maddow overnight, directly implicating President Trump in that effort.
President Trump knew exactly what was going on. He was aware of all my movements. I wouldn't do anything without the consent of Rudy Giuliani or the president. Why would President Zelensky's inner circle or Minister Avakov or all these people or President Poroshenko meet with me? Who am I? They were told to meet with me.
Parnas, who has been indicted on federal campaign finance charges and arrested while trying to leave the country, is now cooperating with House impeachment investigators, turning over a trove of new documents, including this note Parnas says he wrote to himself while talking to Giuliani that reads, "Get Ukraine's president to announce that the Biden case will be investigated."
The president was aware that you and Mr. Giuliani were working on this effort in Ukraine to basically try to hurt Joe Biden's political career. He knew about that.
Yeah, well, it was all about Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. It was never about corruption.
President Donald Trump has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. The National Atmospheric and Oceanic Administration says the last decade was the hottest on record. NOAA also says the 2010s averaged 58.4 degrees Fahrenheit worldwide. That's 1.4 degrees higher than the 20th century average and more than 1/3 of a degree warmer than the previous decade, which had been the warmest. A new Minneapolis ordinance will require all houses for sale in that city to come with an energy report card. Every home that's inspected is scored on the quality of its heating system, windows, attic, and wall insulation. For houses older than 1980, it will require drilling a hole in an outside wall to examine the type and quantity of the insulation. The city hopes this will encourage new buyers to make energy-efficient upgrades. Now, what do you think about this requirement? Tell us what you think. Just like Valley News Live on Facebook, find this post and leave your thoughts below.